right now is now pouncing on the hegemony of the Fulanis. Don't forget the Fulanis have been able to hold the Nigerian politics because they have one of the key security infrastructure domicile in Kaduna. Now Tinubu has come and he has decided to split it into 6 geopolitical zones.
Is it Nigerian Defense Academy you are talking about? I'm
talking about the Nigerian Aviation Academy. These are the academy in charge of the Nigerian Air Force.
I know.
Which of course is the most powerful, military in Nigeria. Tinubu has decided that I'm going to split it into 6. The North alone cannot be in a custodian of the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian military, the Nigerian everything. They are crying wolf. What's your reaction?
I think it's a good move anyway, but I have something to say. What is wrong with the North? A northern region that is dry as Sahara Desert. We have no reason to have Navy. I don't know if you understand. Navy have lion chain in the Navy, military forces. Because we live along the coastal line, we have the international water, which will have the basis. I don't mean one base of Navy military forces in the southern Nigeria. I name them. Yoruba region, from Lagos to Calabar, Calabar to Lagos. Is there any reason why there should be naval base in the north, let alone having the lion chair or being in control of the naval force in Nigeria? No, if you talk about Air Force, I will tell you that it's the mid-belt that dominates in Air Force because of Benue, Plateau State, Niger. I don't understand. That one is more or less, reasonable because they were there even before the war. And today, I've seen Tinubu today distributed the aviation, departments of priority among the regions of the country. Yes, Fulani cannot have everything in Nigeria. Fulanis are from Sahel, African region. Yes, I know the countries. There was a time they want to be United States of Sahel. They are from the desert land, the city of Barbers, from where barbaric word comes from. People that are very, very wicked. So they want to hold the aviation, they want to hold Navy, they want to hold everything in Nigeria. Air Force, everything. Fulani, only thing that they needed in this life is power. School, they don't go. Pronunciation, they don't know. Peace, they don't give us peace. Agricultural revolution, no. Because they are the enemy of agriculture. Famine in Nigeria. People that graze on people's farmland are the enemy of Nigerians. You have food drought, no rice, no beans, no sugarcane. No most of farm produce anymore. Granite in Nigeria because of Fulani. And Nigeria is going to run away from their regions for Fulanis to occupy. Igbo man will journey southeast where I come from. Yoruba man will journey northern Africa where they come from. And Fulani will occupy everywhere because of the promises Ottoman and Fodo, their forefathers, lay down for them. Okay, these people are invaders. Okay, these Fulani people are vandals. Okay, these people are war-like nomads. Nomadic in nature. I'm an Igbo man. The aviation industry has been distributed. It has been distributed. We are waiting for now. Navy. Navy is for Igbo. It's for Yoruba. Why? We share international waters. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Fulani to go back to the desert, arable land, and continue cultivation of what? Sugarcane, groundnut, beans, tomato, onions. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Even pepper, chili. They should go there. Lettuce, cabbage. They should go there. And I sign my warning. The more they palambrate, wander from place to place in the southwestern region, annihilating, dislining, demising, killing farmers in southwestern Nigeria, the more the Yorubas are opening their eyes wide, at least, to militate against such menace from Fulani people. The more they do that in the southeastern Nigeria, malingering about, all over the farmlands, forests in the southeast, shooting and killing farmers, clergy, and so on and so forth. The more Igbos rise up, become aggressive against the Fulani menace in the southeast.
Another attack was launched by Tinubu yesterday, but in the instance, he established a new federal university in Southern Kaduna. You know, the Southern Kaduna people have been shouting that they are not part of Kaduna, that they belong to this middle belt, because they have always been marginalized
by the Northern Kaduna, yes, which is full of Fulani people from extraction.
You know, the Southern Kadunas were the region that was mostly under attack when El-Rufai was there. Yes. They don't get admission into the Abu Zaria Federal University. They are always marginalized because they are Christians. And now Tinubu has said, let us give them their own. Now the Arewa are saying that it seems Tinubu wants to divide them on religious line. For me, I think the hypocrisy is my own worry. What's your reaction?
Yeah, that's it. So good, because I know actually well that Northern Kaduna is much, much smaller. Very, very smaller than the Southern Kaduna. Southern Kaduna is 5 times bigger than a whole Kano state in landmass. Are you listening to me? So they deserve university of theirs. I don't understand. They deserve theirs. They are teamly, largely Christians. But Fulanis are busy invading their farmland, invading various villages in the Southern Kaduna, and annihilating all the occupants of that region, killing their farmers in the farmlands, invading their communities, gunning these people down, and they are all Christians. El-Rufai played that politics for 8 years of annihilating, suppressing, and what? Exploring, persecuting the Southern Kaduna people. Not because of religion, but because of land grabbing. Fulani want to grab the whole land in the north. They have been fighting Plateau State, fighting Southern Kaduna, shooting and killing students, innocent children. Oh my God, if you could see this kind of barbaric sights, it's too gory and unsightly. These are the perpetrators of bloody injustice in the northern region of Nigeria, the Fulanis. So what I'm trying to say is that giving Southern Kaduna University is a welcome idea by me, and every well-meaning Nigerians should do same. Listen and listen good. Southern Kaduna, it is time for them to wake up. It is no longer Allah, Allah, Muhammad, Rankadede. No, it is time for the Christians over there in the Southern Kaduna to wake up from their slumber. It is time for their freedom.
Thank you very much for that brilliant submission. Welcome, sir.
No, thank you, Mr.
So the Arewa people right now are in serious confusion. They don't even know what is going on. They are everywhere crying and say that the biggest regret that they will ever make in their life now will to see Tinubu become the president come 2027. And on this note, Tinubu is reacting. Just this morning, we can see that Tinubu has urbanized the whole of NNPC and even the government. And just now, Tinubu is hell-bent on dividing the Arewas, who have been taken over by the Fulanis. We can see that Tinubu has created a new university for Southern Kaduna that is predominantly Christians. Well, welcome, sir. What's your reaction to this?
Thank you for having me on your platform. All what they are saying, they are just crying wolf. Number one, when President Tinubu was contesting in 2023, what was their agreement? Because they come out now and say President Tinubu is a betrayer. Because you call somebody a betrayer, that means you have reached agreement on a particular thing, and that person refused to do what you agree upon. And all the reform President Tinubu is doing is trying to balance things. Honestly speaking, to me, President Tinubu is trying to balance things. But when some people don't like balance, that's when they will have problem. Some people will be crying for the presence of God. Let the presence of the Lord come down. But if you see the presence of the Lord, some people will die. You know, if the presence of God come here now, because some people will rejoice, some people will cry, because the rising of some people is the downfall of others. So, as President Tinubu is trying to put something in the right places, it will be paining some people. Do you know some of their cry? One of their cry is that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu decentralized school of aviation in Zaria, and he want to establish 6 campuses. They cry for that.
Yes, I'm about to go there, but
they cry for that. Citing a university in the Southern Kaduna, they cry for that. In Southern Kaduna, not the Federal University. So, but they don't want that place to develop. They want to subject them. They want to continuously subject them into, a silence, override unimportant people. They like it, and they usually subject them to that kind of a situation. One day, if I come out and say, Kaduna can go with the Muslim ticket, and nothing will happen. You will have known where they're coming from. And now that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trying to balance some things, they will be having challenge. And even issue of tax reform, they were the one that are crying most.
Yeah.
Well, because it will affect them, because they are docile. They are not ready to move on. Only what they know is to establish La Kurawa and La Kukulala and the Boko Haram. Seeing all the insecurity, organizing banditry, all their forests, instead of them to use it to cultivate food now. They have seen banditry as a flourishing business. You will still pause again. No? So instead of them using their forests to cultivate, to continue their agriculture something, they venture into banditry, because banditry is giving them money, and they are using insecurity to conquer their area so that they'll be able to mining all the mineral resources without the attention of federal government. That's what they are doing in Zamfara. They say Zamfara gold belong to them. It does not belong to federal government. Zamfara gold belong to Zamfara. But oil in Niger Delta belong to federal government. But the gold in Zamfara belong to Zamfara government. Only Zamfara people own the gold. So what are we talking about? They should just go sit down somewhere and look inward. Now they have been crying for power now. Other people, not us. I don't know how to describe them. I don't want to say language on this platform. Since all these years that you have been enjoying power, what have you gained? You can't move forward with the power. Now you run this country fast. You are still behind. Economically, you are behind. Educationally, you are behind.
You know that Tinubu has now come to dismantle their power oath. Tinubu has said that, you see that that school of defense,
aviation,
Nigeria Army, that aviation, he wants to split it. He will take one to Igbo land. He will take one to Yoruba land.
They expect more.
Nigeria, so they are scared.
I'm telling you, Nigeria Defense Academy.
They are scared.
I'm telling you, Nigeria Defense Academy is the next thing. After the school of aviation is Zaria, why must every military institution in Nigeria side to the north? Why? You want to establish school of navy, you carry it to Kano. Here there is no ocean to practice. You saw Niger Delta there where there is ocean. You see Lagos State here where there is water everywhere. Calabar where there is water. You refuse to sign school of naval school there. You went ahead and start it as Kano. Nobody talked that time. It was good. Seaport, you don't have ocean, but you have port. You are having port. It is possible for Northerners to cycle all the water in the ocean and take it to the north. They will have done it, but God passed them. So now that the Tinubu is telling them the reality now, honestly speaking, they should just go ahead and do whatever they feel is good. My prayer and my appeal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is that you should not just look who says, but if it is good for Nigeria, he should do it. If the tax reform is good, is coming, he should do it. If something is high, if the price of things is high, it's not today something, price of things is high now. I know that some policy of this President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not go down well with the Northerners, and they will continue to do crime.
Thank you very much.
Northern Nigerian youth, I feel like we are disappointed from the president, or let me say, we are disappointed by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And let me make it clear for Nigerians to know, for non-Nigerians youth to know, we are beginning to regret voting for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The reason why I said so is this. I think it's high time the president should stop playing politics with the issue of the youth, most especially the northern Nigerian youth. We are beginning to lose hope. We are beginning to lose confidence in the governance of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because the heat is getting worse every day by day. Mr. Depo, if I should call the attention of Mr. Oyotoya based on what he's saying here, just of yes, Oyitayo, just of recent, we came out for a peaceful protest about the MBAT governance in Nigeria. And what happened? The president come out and call for a dialogue. He said the youth should come out, should come for a dialogue. We abide by it because we are good citizens of this country. We obey the rules and regulations of this country, and we respect Mr. President so much as a leader and as a father. But what happened along the line? After when he called the youth, he called the organizations, all the leaders of the organization of the protest should come for a dialogue. What happened? They end up detaining most of our youth, most especially the youth from northern Nigeria. And what happened at the end of the day? We did not see no single invitation or no single step that the president take that would know that the president is making move to solve some of the problems that is affecting the northern Nigerian youth.
But don't you think that this idea of a youth confab is one of those steps the president might just be taking to address the problems of the youth?
No, we feel like Mr. President is just using this method. He's just using this method to play politics with Nigerian youth. What kind of youth comfort are we going to face again? What happened with all the things he has been saying during the NBAT governance? What happened? What change have we seen? There's no single change in this country. The things are getting worse every day by day. Hardship is killing people everywhere. Insecurity. We cannot go to farm. And what I'm telling you here, I cannot sit down and lie to myself that my people are smiling or my people are supporting what the president is saying. No, we are not supporting what the president is saying. We are not in support in what he is doing, because the northern Nigerian youth are beginning to lose confidence in his governance.